video about Starlink in terms of what it can do and how to understand it. So after that video, I thought I would just make my own small Starlink mapper or a small tool that could help maybe identify some satellites in particular Pacific Islands in the region. So I created this simple tool. So this will look for Starlink satellites that are passing over a certain Pacific nation. So we'll give it a try. So maybe let's have a look at what satellites are actually passing over Samoa. So we'll just type Samoa here. So I haven't published this tool on the public internet yet, but if there's enough traction, then I think I'll still work on this tool for anyone who's interested. But yeah, leave a comment if you do feel that this is something that you like or want to see more changes to, or provide some advice in terms of what you want to see of the tool. So apart from that, so let me just run you through this sidebar here. So this sidebar gives only two parameters. So the two parameters are three parameters: the country that you want to search for the Starlink satellites on, and then the radius, how far from that country based on the GPS location of that country do you want to scan. So it gives you a 70 degree radius of search, and then because you could also use this tool to look for other satellites company and satellites that are there, but the API I'm using, Starlink IP is actually 52. So here, so we are going to look for the Starlink, and the ID is 52. Other ones you can also look for them, or you can just add the ID here. So once you input the name of the country you want to search, then you just run. So the reason why it's called rerun, because every time you search for it, you need to rerun it. So in this instance, we're going to run it for the first time, so the same thing. So when we rerun it, you can see that it's processing. It's just looking for the data related to the satellites or the location. So we have the location of Samoa. Here, latitude and longitude. And the results have come back. So now you can see the results. There are 36 satellites in this radius of 70 degrees, and this is for Samoa. So as you can see, here is Samoa. You see, this is the location, and then all these are satellites, as you can see. And then this table here shows a little bit of the information about those satellites. The altitudes where they are, like how high they are from space, or not from space, from the Earth's surface, from the Earth's ground. So like from your point to up to space. So as you can see, some of them are in the 50 mark, 500 mark, and others are below that. And then you have the JSON file here. So you can copy this JSON data, and if you have another system that ingests JSON data, then you can take that JSON data and maybe do a little bit more on how you want to track each of these satellites as they move around. So as you can see, that's all the satellites in Samoa. Let's try another country. So let's say let's do Fiji, and then we run. So if we zoom out, yes, you can see these are, it's only recording Samoa. So we're now doing Fiji, so longitude and latitude. Still running, so it's looking for the data. And then here you go, it centralizes Fiji, and as you can see, there's 34. So in Samoa's record it was 36. So this is Fiji here. You see the satellite scattering around Fiji. You can do New Zealand. New Zealand, and then rerun it again. Same thing, shows you the data, shows you some of the information about where the satellite is, the altitude, longitude and latitude, and the launch date when it was launched. Okay, so here you go. You have New Zealand. So the tool actually automatically zooms you into that country, and then gives you the understanding that these are the satellites that are moving within the vicinity or the sector of the New Zealand space area. Yeah, so all of these satellites are there, and you can have a look. Some of them 2020. Unfortunately, the data doesn't show you the version of the satellites they're running. So there are actually like in the previous video, there are three versions. There's 1.5, and then there's 2. So those are the satellites out there. So those different versions have different capabilities and properties, and some are quite new. Yeah, so you can just have a look at the data. Maybe if you have a satellite, you can figure out, maybe look, so New Zealand has 75. Oh, that's pretty good. So you have 75 satellites that you have access to, that New Zealand has access to. So it's pretty good. But given that similarly, it's, if you split New Zealand into 2, it's basically similar to Fiji and Samoa, which you have around 34, 35, 36. So around the region the same. You can do so maybe have a look at Kiribati, see if there are any satellites flying over Kiribati. Yeah, so you can have a look. First, it looks for the location based on the country, so don't have to worry about typing in those. Yeah, so as you see, Kiribati only 27, right? So 27 satellites that are hovering over Kiribati at the moment. And then maybe you can try Tonga, Vanuatu, or Tuvalu. I think Tuvalu is starting to use satellites, Starlink satellites. So it's a very simple tool. It's not that advanced, but it's interesting what you can do with this tool. So let's move into Tuvalu, and then all the satellites. So Tuvalu has 31 satellites, and so forth. Yeah, so that's a little bit about the current tool that I thought I would develop just for the fun of it. It could have some uses. Maybe later on, if we start for us, when we start to get Starlink, I would probably develop an app, like a mobile app, like mapping. What do you call it? Mapping your mobile location to what satellites are coming out, and maybe we can use it to configure your unit. But yeah, so if you think that this is something worthwhile and you want to support the developing of this further, leave a comment or give me a private message on my channel. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next one.